All right, one thing that you're going to have to do if you are trying to start a YouTube music channel or just any channel, I don't care if you're trying to be a mechanic, whatever you do, you have to stay consistent. Now, one thing I have learned on my whole YouTube journey with my main page is if you're not consistent on here, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. One thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to put time into your YouTube channel. Now, it all depends on how consistent you want to be. Now, some people may say, hey, you need to be on here every other day and you need to make a video all the time about your certain topic or your certain genre. But to me, I think consistency means, hey, if you're going to post one time a month, post at least one time a month. If you're going to post 2 times a month, post 2 times a month. You got to let your audience know that you're going to be consistent, and then they will pretty much follow what you have going on. That's one thing I did learn about being on here is if you are consistent, they're going to pretty much follow whatever plan that you got going on. So I know some people right now who post pretty much every single day. All right. And that's what their audience likes. Their audience likes that they post every single day. Then there's some people that post every single week, which that's what I used to do a long time ago on my main channel. I used to post once a week, and I used to do, product reviews, and I did producer interviews as well, which I'm actually going to get back into doing that as well. But I used to do that a lot. I used to just post once a week, and then I would pretty much get everything together for that one release. And that's probably one of the best ways to do it because then your life won't suffer. Okay. It's kind of hard out here posting every single day because if you post every single day on YouTube, you will kind of be on that rat race, I believe, of just trying to put out a whole bunch of content. And you're pretty much going to miss out on a lot of stuff in your life. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, it takes a lot to put up a video unless you're just doing something like straight talking points and you're just not worried about any type of edits or cuts or anything like that. That's easier to do that. But if you're trying to put out quality content and you're trying to edit and you're trying to make your stuff stand out from a lot of people, I would say once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on how fast you can edit. Now, I can do every single day because I have the time to do it, but the burnout is real. Okay. So you don't want to deal with any type of burnout issues. However, I believe for somebody who is starting out and you're trying to gain an audience, you can do it really one time out of the week. And that's what I've been doing pretty much on this channel because I really wanted to start a second channel to where I could just kind of just be more loose and I can just have conversations like this with you guys and try to help out, you guys who are smaller creators or people who are thinking about getting into this YouTube music scene. And I just want to help out as much as I can. So really, if you're starting out, I would say you can do a video a week. And I would say at the most, try to do 2 videos a week and then see how that goes and see if you can get some followers that way. But yeah, you're going to have to stay consistent. And it doesn't matter what you do here on YouTube. I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care if it's Twitch. I don't care if it's whatever. Whatever that you do, you're going to have to stay consistent in. Now, so far as long form content or shorts or lives, it's all still the same. Like if you want to come on here and just do live videos, you have to stay consistent. Okay. Because people who follow you are going to want to see you to, do your live videos on a regular basis. And then say, for instance, you try to post like some other stuff, maybe like a long form content, you're going to notice that people are really not going to be into that because if you post consistently on lives, then that's what they're coming to see. You have to let your audience know what they're coming to see. If they're coming to see you do a long form content, which that's like the regular videos, that's usually, 5 to 12 minutes long, that's what they come to see. Okay. And then if you do lives, they might not be on your lives as much. But if you are the type of person that does live content on a consistent basis, then your audience is going to know you for doing that live content. Okay. So whatever that you do, I don't care if it's lives, I don't care if it's shorts, I don't care if it's the long form content, you have to be consistent. Now, another thing too that you have to do is whatever subject that you're trying to do, you have to have a main thing on here. Okay. You have to have a main thing. So if you make beats, most people are going to come to see you to make beats. If you like to do product reviews, your audience is going to come to see you to do some product reviews. If you do just basically hot takes, your audience is going to come to see you to do those hot takes. So whatever that you do, you have to make sure that you have your main thing and stay consistent with that main thing. Now, can you deviate from that? Of course you can. You can do a couple videos here and there that's a little bit different, but your main thing has to stay your main thing, because if not, people kind of get lost in the shuffle. Now, that's what currently I'm kind of going through right now, because on my main channel, I used to start off by doing a lot of production. And from there, I did a lot of production on the iPad. That was my thing. I used to do a lot of iPad production. Then I had this whole iOS community over there with me. Then from there, once I got my MPC, I started doing more MPC stuff, because once I bought the MPC X, I started doing more MPC stuff because I was an MPC user before that. And then I started getting a lot of people from the MPC community over. And then that's kind of been my main thing for a while. However, I still do sprinkle in a lot of product reviews and everything, because, you know, a lot of companies want me to do product reviews to try to show off their product, which that is cool. But to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of trying to get away from that. I'm trying to fulfill everything I need to fulfill. And then I'm really going to try to get back to just either producing, whether it's long form content or doing live content with producing, and sticking to the main thing, which is the MPC stuff, and basically using outboard gear and stuff like that. So basically the MPC and the Machine Plus and stuff like that, basically using hardware and standalone production. That's been my thing. And now that I've kind of noticed how my audience kind of shifted, because they wasn't really too sure of what I was going to be doing from week to week, I noticed that that you got to stay with your main thing, period. If you don't do that, you're going to lose your audience and it's going to be completely over with. And like I said before, it's with anything that you do. Like if you're a mechanic, you need to do mechanic videos. So you need to show people how to change spark plugs. You need to show people how to, you know, change out your air filters and stuff like that. You got to show them the easy stuff. And then every once in a while, you got to show them the hard stuff too. But if you're a mechanic and you turn around and try to make a video of you playing the guitar, that ain't going to happen on here. So you have to stay consistent with the message that you're trying to give to your audience as well. And to be honest, on my other channel, I got to do the same thing. All right. And even on this channel, I started off by just putting beats and stuff on this channel. But then I was like, you know what? It's cool to put some beats on here and, you know, try to, you know, show off my production and stuff like that. But I can do that on my main channel because that's what people come to see. On this channel, I want to do more of like this type of content, you know, hot takes and stuff like this. So whoever comes on this channel, they will know that it's going to be pretty much a hot take. Or if I do something, it's going to be a hot take style of video to where I could just really kind of talk through everything and try to get my message across without having to do any cuts or breaks or any type of edits or anything like that. And it seems like some of you guys are actually enjoying it because I picked up like 400 subscribers within like the past week, and it's been going pretty cool. So whatever I'm doing on here is I guess it's working in a sense. I don't know, but we'll find out in the next couple months. But for everybody who has subscribed, thank you guys so much, man. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I want to tell you guys right now to just stay consistent in whatever that you do. You do not have to burn yourself out on here on YouTube, because really it's about the quality over the quantity. That's always going to be the best thing, is quality over quantity. And I know it's going to seem enticing to put out that one video that you want to put out because you want the world to see it and you want them to see it now because you think it's the perfect timing. No, that's not it. Stay consistent, find a consistent subject to talk about, and make quality videos. And in that way, you will grow on here way faster than just doing a whole bunch of BS and just putting it out, because people will know when you're just throwing some stuff out there. That's the fastest way to lose subscribers on here. So yeah, go ahead and stay consistent. For all of my guys who want to do these, music production type channels, stay consistent. And then also upgrade as well. So once you kind of get to that point where you start making some money and doing your thing, you got to go ahead and reinvest back into your channel. But yeah, we're actually going to talk about that in another video. So stay tuned to that. So with everything being said, stay consistent.